With 40 seconds on the now 3 chasers, because we saw that Stan de Wulf has dropped from that group with Fred Wright, Bettiol and Milesi. No, not Milesi. Del Grosso, of course. Milesi's a little bit further back. Final gels overboard. Everything that is carrying more than 2 grams is going out of the pocket.
It's as much a kind of mental preparation for what's to come as it is about just losing 100 grams of food or weight.
Such a gentleman. Just making sure that nobody get hit by a bottle in the head. Just casually and very kindly giving it to the boy on the side of the road. And mind you, we're racing at about 45 kilometers an hour, and still seeing that little boy on the side of the road and giving a bottle is pure class.
Yeah, and as long as he doesn't throw it away in a kind of reckless manner, he won't be fined for littering.
Pace is still up, but our chasers are approaching a little bit further, but it's going to be too little too late for Fred Wright, Del Grosso and Bettiol. Unless they really start pokering.
Yeah, there's going to be a little bit of slowing down as they all kind of prepare for the final sprint. But that's also going to be the kind of case behind as well, is they're thinking, you know, they already know that Del Grosso is probably going to attack as soon as it goes uphill. So where they finish in this day may well be their GC result.
Three kilometers on this downhill sector, and everybody just keeps on pushing as we move towards Gerardsbergen, which is a place of about 7,000 inhabitants in the province of East Flanders here in Belgium. $7,000. I was looking at one of the smaller towns. There are 35,000 in all the different villages that are part of the community of Gerardsbergen. 2.5 kilometers to go. And there is the attack by Tim Wellens. He tries out of the saddle, be as aero as possible, and Mathieu van der Poel leaves it up to Arnaud de Lee to close that gap. 2 kilometers to go. We'll be in town really, really fast. Remember, we do not have finish on top of the Kapelmuur. We finish on the Veste. It's still uphill, it's still cobbles, but we're not making it all the way to the top of the Muur.
The Kapelmuur is a little bit too small for a race finish. It usually finishes in the middle of town on that kind of marketplace.
Over the river, approaching that final kilometre. Is this a very sneaky attack there by Mathieu van der Poel?
Yeah.
Very yellow Nydam.
Yeah, just making sure that Arnaud de Lee has to do some work before we get into the final kilometre.
Yeah, they're taking turns wearing Arnaud de Lee out, it seems. First it was Wellens, now it's Mathieu van der Poel. They, of course, know that he's got the fastest finish when it comes to this cobbled sprint. He's won it last year. He's proven that he can win here. So both Mathieu van der Poel and Tim Wellens will have to find a solution to a problem called Arnaud de Lee. Yeah, right-hand turn. There's a little bit of looking at each other. He's going on the inside, is Tim Wellens, into that final kilometre.
Yeah, they're going to have to try and burn what Arnaud de Lee's got left out of him just before we to kind of turn onto that cobbled sprint.
The right-hander onto the market square, because that is where our finish is. We can see the church in the distance and the road starts to rise. Tim Wellens, the Belgian champion, former Belgian champion in the red jersey, Arnaud de Lee. And of course in the grey of Alpecin de Koning is Mathieu van der Poel. How are they going to beat Arnaud de Lee? 500 meters to go. The sprint, it's an early sprint there, but we did see that Arnaud de Lee was a little bit tired when both Van der Poel and Tim Wellens attacked. Around the church, still in pole position, is Arnaud de Lee. But Mathieu van der Poel looks very, very strong there. Onto the cobbles for that final stretch. Not a lot of people watching this bike race, but it's very, very exciting. Final sprint there for Arnaud de Lee with Mathieu van der Poel on his wheel. Is Arnaud de Lee going to make it 2 out of 2? He won here last year. He is in pole position. He will be our new race leader, that's for sure. But the stage goes to Mathieu van der Poel. Or does Arnaud de Lee still have an answer to this final sprint of Mathieu van der Poel? Gritting his teeth there is Mathieu van der Poel back after the Tour de France, and he wins the stage in Gerardsbergen. But I think Arnaud de Lee is going to be our new race leader, and with 1 second on Van der Poel.
And not even able to get his hands up in victory, so it just shows you how much that hurt.